Hello and welcome back to Pharma E-Class. I am Ananda Goswami and we were discussing different size reduction mills based on the basic mechanisms like cutting, compression, impact and attrition. Let us come to ball mill. It is evident from the diagram. It is an enclosed, the mill is it is a cylinder type of mill inside an enclosed chamber, and numerous balls are being employed and the feed is being taken, and the feed is being entirely the cylinder rotates and hence the balls rotate, the feed also rotate, and this is the basic principle. The ball mill consists of a hollow cylinder rotated on its own horizontal axis, and inside the cylinder tables or balls are placed. This is the basic mechanism. Let us come to the cylinder. The cylinder is generally made up of, this is the cylinder, generally made up of metal or porcelain or sometimes maybe of rubber. Rubber reduces abrasion, and diameter of the cylinder can range between 1 meter to 3 meter generally in pharmaceutical practices. What are the specificity of the balls? The balls occupied about 30 to 50% of the volume of the cylinders. The diameter of the ball depends on the feed size and the diameter of the cylinder. So we cannot use abruptly the diameters or the shape and size of the balls, but it depends on the feed and the diameter of the cylinder. This one. So the diameter of the balls ranges from 2 cm to up to 15 cm as well. Balls may be made up of metal, porcelain or sometimes pebbles also. So this is a particular thing and it rotates on its axis. Yes, this is the motor connection, and this cylinder, the feed is being done. This is the opening and feed comes through this, and the balls also rotate and the feed also rotate, and the size reduction is brought about by the impact of between the moving balls and the feed. Come to the working principle. Larger particles are fed through an opening of the cylinder. The opening is then closed. The cylinder is rotated at a critical speed of the ball mill. The speed is quite important. The optimum size reduction in a ball mill depends on the following factors. A number of factors are there, and optimum size reduction depends on the speed also. So we will come to those factors. But before that, let us move to certain variations of the ball mill. This ball mill can be structurally modified to a certain extent, like for example a Hardinge mill, a tube mill, a rod mill or a vibration mill, and the basic is only the same, only the design is somewhat different. In Hardinge mill, what happens? In this type of ball mills, the cylinder has a conical end and towards a discharge point. So it is slightly tapered at the discharge point. In this mill, the larger balls remain within the cylinder and the smaller balls are collected in the conical portion. As a result of which, the coarser grinding takes place in the cylinder portion and a finer granulation takes place in the apex of that particular conical portion of the cylinder. The product is more finer and more uniform than the general cylindrical ball mill. So it is one of the a particular variation in the ball mill. Next we have tube mills, which consist of long cylinder and can grind a finer product than the conventional ball mill. Next consists of the rod mills, where they contains rods, just cylindrical rods instead of the balls, and which extends to a length of the mill. These rods are useful with sticky materials, since rods do not form any aggregates like the balls. So if the feed is sticky, then the feed will get stick to the balls. So this does not happen when using a rod type of mill. The vibration mill, in this type of mill, vibratory movements are given instead of the rotation. So there are balls, but like the conventional ball mill, this mill, it does not entirely rotate. Instead, some vibratory movement is being given, and a rotational frequency of about 15 to 50 cycles per second and about 20 mm of this vibration is also being obtained. Come to the effect of the speed of rotation on the of the cylinder on the ball mill. So we explained with three basic diagrams. This is the rotation of the cylinder at a low speed. So at a low speed, this is the movement. So let us see how the balls is rotating. And just remember, there are also the particulate solids or the feed in between the balls. Next, this is the high speed with centrifuging. So in terms of high speed, if this is rotating constantly, all the balls are also rotating due to effect of the centrifugal speed. And this is the correct or the optimum speed, where it is rotating like this and the balls are coming here, then it is only coming down, then it is rotating and then it is happening. So this optimum speed is the particular speed which we need for effective size reduction. So at low speed, the mass of the balls will slide or roll over each other, and only a negligible amount of size reduction can takes place. So in terms of this slow speed, this is the phenomena which will generally happen. In terms of high speed, the balls will thrown out to the portion of the wall, and there will be centrifugal force generation and no grinding will occur at all. So constantly this will rotate and the balls will also rotate in the circumference in the effect of the centrifugal speed. Now at 2/3 speed, at which the centrifugation just occurs, is called as the critical speed, and at this speed the balls are carried almost to the top of the mill. Then it is fall in a cascade like action. Cascade is exactly like a river spring which falls from a hill or a mountain. So these balls come to this portion, then it is dropped straightwise to the bottom, and hence the feed also drops, and thus this particular thing is being achieved. So we have to make the speed of the cylinder of the ball mill to rotate at a perfect or an optimum speed with cascading, and low speeds, extremely low speed and extremely high speed should be avoided. Come to the advantages. It is capable of grinding a wide variety of materials of different hardnesses. It can be used in completely enclosed form, which makes it suitable for use even with toxic materials. And even it can produce quite a good amount of fine powders. It is suitable for both wet milling as well as for dry milling, and wet milling is required for different types of pharmaceutical suspension preparation. Come to the disadvantages. This is the most disadvantageous thing, that wear occurs from the balls and from inside surface of the cylinder, hence there is a possibility that contamination with the product will or the feed can necessarily occur. So abrasive material, they even increase this wear type of thing. Salt or sticky material may form a cake on the side of the walls, even on the balls, and it is quite a noisy machine, particularly if the cylinder is made up of metal. Come to its application, which in the start we had already discussed. Yes, it is used for grinding ores prior to the manufacture of pharmaceutical chemicals. Smaller ball mills are used for grinding of drugs, and excipients for grinding of or the preparation of different types of suspensions. So it is quite a useful machine. This is a typical horizontal ball mill routinely used in pharmaceutical industries for size reduction, and the principle is the impact between the moving balls in between at a correct or optimum speed. This is another important machine, that is fluid energy mill. Come to the fluid energy mill. So this is its construction, a very sophisticated device where ultra fine grinding occurs with respect to air. The only energy which is being utilized in this is air. So when we need very fine grinding or ultra fine grinding, we can use this fluid mill. So this is a particular elliptical pipe type of design. These are the fluid inlets. The fluid comes like this, and the fluid, that is the air. Here fluid means the air, and the solid which is to be size reduced comes from this inlet. So this is the solid inlet and this is the fluid inlet. Fluid comes, and when in respect to that, and in terms of that fluid, it is being thrown, and here it comes to at this portion, and a classifier or a screening which is being placed in this position. So when we want to obtain very ultra fine type of grinding, when particle size is quite reduced, so it is being kept with the help of that velocity of the air, and hence the solid, they can be treated or they can be used as a particular fluid. So the fluid air is being used here. Come to the construction. It consists of a loop of a pipe which has a diameter of about 22 to about 20 centimeter. The height of the loop may be up to 2 meter, the several nozzles are fitted at the bottom of the pipe. Yes, this is the several nozzles. A classifier is also fitted at the product detention point. There is a classifier or a screen or a sieve is being put at the detention point, from where we get the size reduced product. Come to the working principle. Fluid is generally the air. It is being used. Sometimes we can also use inert gases also. It is usually air is injected at a very high pressure through nozzles at the bottom of the loop. So this is the fluid inlet, and the fluid can be introduced at quite a high pressure. This gives rise to a high velocity of circulation which produces turbulence. So when solid is introduced from here and fluid is introduced from here, so the fluid only, the velocity, high velocity of air only drives the solid. The solids collide with each other in the terms of, in the gust of air, and only the size reduction is being achieved. So solids are introduced into stream through the fed inlet. As a result, a high degree of turbulence which causes impacts and attritions, they occur between the particle, and predominantly it is attrition because already the particles are quite fine. To obtain finer or ultra fine granules only or particles only, we use a fluid energy mill. A classifier is fitted at the system so that only a fine size of particles are obtained. The feed to the mill is previously size reduced and passed through a 100 mesh screen. The size of the product may be 5 micrometers or even can be below. So prior to the administration into the fluid energy mill, the solids size reduction is previously quite reduced. These are the advantages. The particle size of the product is smaller than produced by any method of size reduction. So where I am using the term ultra fine grinding, we are obtaining ultra fine grinding for the purpose. Expansion of gases at nozzles lead to cooling, counteracting as usual frictional heat affect the heat sensitive. So in terms of thermolabile products, we can successfully use these type of size reduction machines. Since the size reduction is by interparticulate attrition, there is little or no abrasion of the mill and no contamination of the product. Even for oxygen sensitive, moisture sensitive products, we can use some inert gases like nitrogen for in terms of the in place of the air. Uses: it is used where fine powders are required, like micronization of glycophyllene, a classically used antifungal drug, and some antibiotics also. This is a typical fluid energy mill. Next we'll come to, very quickly we'll come to two very previously or primitive type of mills, edge runner mill and end runner mill, which are basically crushers. Simple design. This is the trough or the bowl in which the feed is kept, and these are the two wheels of heavy duty, quite heavy wheels. So size reduction is done by crushing due to heavy weight of stones. So these wheels, they rotate, they can rotate, and it is fixed with this shaft, and the size reduction is only brought about by crushing. The material is fed at the bed. Yes, uses grinding tough materials to fine powder. Where lump type of materials or tough materials into fine powders, we can use a edge runner mill. Advantage: quite easy in operation, easy in cleansing, but disadvantage: chances of contamination because it is an open type of mill. It is quite a bulky machine. You can see this is a typical edge runner mill used in industries. Now its use is very limited, but it also finds some advantages very rarely. It is time consuming because it is a batch process and not for sticky materials. This is another of the last type of mill, again a crusher mill, that is end runner mill, where size reduction is done by crushing due to heavy weight of the steel pestle. It is almost like mortar pestle which we have used in a laboratory, but it is in a larger scale. So we can consider this as the mortar and the pestle is fixed. So the moving mortar and pestle during the shearing stress is involved during the movement of the mortar and the pestle. So material which is to be ground is kept inside the mortar. The revolving mortar causes the pestle to revolve during this process, and hence we get the size reduction. It is fact that even this can rotate. So So constantly the motor rotates and this brings out the movement of the pestle as well. It is used for fine grinding, but it is not suitable for unbroken or slightly broken condition of the drug. Thank you very much.